Hello everyone. Happy Monday or whatever day you are watching this. So I want to start off because I went to a class that talked about doing webinars and all kinds of things, and they said one of the things that will turn people off the most is background noise. However, I have to have the fan on. Our air is still out, and it gets a little warm in here if I turn the fan off. I've tried. So I do apologize if there's a lot of background noise. Just gonna have to be one of those things today. But it's so interesting how things have been happening today, because the one thing I wanted to talk about was about being content. Like we talk about wanting to be so happy, or we have to go on vacation. I'll be happy when I go on vacation, or I'll be happy when XYZ happens, right? Or the conditions are right, or we were talking about wanting to be at peace, and we want all those conditions to just be perfect, to have those kinds of things. And so, I think it was last week, I was doing what's called future writing, and part of that is to use the portal of, I was sitting in my favorite place in the middle of the mountains and XYZ and all of this stuff, and I was like, wait a minute, I'm sitting in my backyard, sitting on my grandma's swing. The temperature was perfect. The birds were singing. Like everything was just perfect in that moment in my backyard. And Eric and I have been talking a lot about wanting to make our backyard really a sanctuary, right? Where we can go and we can be at peace and just be and get away. And in that moment, it just was. And it was just so incredibly peaceful. And that feeling of recognizing that my backyard was my happy place in that moment. And it still is, because I just love it, And I talk about, it being funny because here the air conditioning is out. And it's just been, one thing after another, a series of unfortunate events, right? But it's still okay. It's not that hot in here. Hopefully it'll stay cool. So that it'll just continue to be nice. And rearranging things and doing things and whatever it is that we need to do to keep it that way. Hopefully the right part will be here today. But still being content in this moment, no matter what the conditions are. That's part of manifesting, right? Is that when we are content, then, not I'll be content when. I hope that made sense. So finding your peace in the moment. And I feel like we've been talking about this, and things have been so not peaceful, right? We've been talking a lot about how energies have just been mucky, and having old things come up, old triggers, everything's been mucky. And it still is feeling very mucky, but getting through it, right? Because that's what we need to do. We need to look at our triggers, work through them, so that we can get on the other side of it. Because I know there for a couple of weeks it was just so heavy, but then to have that moment of peace and joy and contentment in my backyard. I mean, I love going to Sedona, and I was a little annoyed at that day because I wanted to go to the beach and things happened that I wasn't able to. So to find that in my backyard I didn't have to go all the way to the beach. I didn't have to go to Sedona. I didn't have to go to the mountains, whether in my mind or somewhere else. So, just to really find that centeredness in my backyard. And that's what we've been trying to get to, right? That's what I think I asked a couple of weeks ago, like, what is your end game when it comes to your healing? Like, it's a lot. And it can be really heavy, and sometimes we look at things that we don't want to look at. So what is it that you're working towards? So make sure you have that in mind, because that goal is going to help. And let me tell you, just finding that peace in the moment, that contentment in the moment, can be so lovely. So, I think I'm going to wait for the stick, because I want us to really look at what's coming up as we are working towards contentment, or joy, or happiness, or just peace. So, yep. So one of the things I also wanted to talk about, because it is kind of warm today, is a breathwork technique that can help with the cooling. So if you've ever done breath of fire is a warm, it heats you up kind of breath. So, yep, the name's escaping me at the moment, but doesn't matter. We don't have to have a name for it. To cool off, or a cooling breath, is, if you can, roll your tongue. And if you can't, and you just breathe in through the rolled tongue, or with, you don't want to have your teeth clenched, but and you breathe out, breathe out through your nose. And it really does help cool you off. And if you are having your own summers like I do, if you can remember to do that during that time, it helps considerably. So, a different way to use breath work. Or one of the things that we do with Yoga Nidra, which is yogi sleep, but we... okay, let's try it. So if you close your eyes, feel your feet on the floor or the chair underneath you. Take a couple of nice deep breaths. Let yourself drop into your body. Excuse me. And in this moment, I want you to feel cold. Feel that cold, burr cold, ice cold coming over your body. Just like you would if you were outside in the middle of winter and you didn't have enough clothes on. When you forget those gloves, or you're not zipped up, and you get that chill. And just allowing that cold to get into all of your cells, all of the muscles, just feeling cool. And it starts in your toes, nice and cold, your feet, feeling that chill, maybe getting goosebumps. Bringing it up over your legs. All the way up to your hips. feeling it crawl up your torso, all the way up to your shoulders, feeling it in your fingers, all the way up. Up to the top of your head. Good. And when you feel nice and cool and you're ready to let that go, go ahead. Good. But feeling that cool, and if you don't have it right now, I promise, just keep going. It'll happen. It's kind of a cool phenomenon. Yeah, very nice. Okay. So in this state of feeling the cool, feeling connected to the earth, feeling supported by whatever is beneath you, and again, feeling a moment, remembering a moment when you felt at peace. And this can be in Sedona, it could be in the mountains, it can be on the beach. It doesn't matter, we just want that feeling. And just allow as much memory and feeling come in as you can. And just as you were feeling that cold, allowing that peace, joy, happiness, just being content, come into you. Feel it fill your muscles. Allow them to relax and release. And if the mind starts to chatter, then that's what we're going to put into the stick. So I have the stick. You don't even have to open your eyes. Just have that intention of blowing it into the stick. And just let yourself go back to feeling the peace, feeling the love, just allowing yourself to be. And then as you fill up your body with that, and again, anything that comes up, just blow it in the stick. And I want you to now allow it to expand outside of your body, filling your aura, your luminous body. And now allow it to start filling the room, wherever you are at. And even if the conditions are not perfectly perfect, that's perfectly fine. But feel it. Allow it to be the perfect setting. And allow it to penetrate every wall around you, all of the surfaces, the chair, the floor, the ceiling, everything. Good. Anything that's not of whatever you want to be feeling, throw it into the stick. Put it in a cloud, a hot air balloon, and just let it float away. And if you're not sure that you can bring that up, that feeling, just allow yourself. Just let your brain make it up. sometimes letting your brain make things up allows it to get out of the way. Good. And just in this moment, no matter what is going on around you, just allow this moment to be the perfect moment. And if you brought forward a memory to help you get there, I always say it's like one of the old TVs, right? Turn the memory down, turn the feeling up. Good. All right. And just staying in that space, if there's anything else you need to blow into the stick, let's go ahead and do that. Because I'm going to take all of that. We'll put it in the fire. And you just stay exactly where you're at. Feeling that peace, contentment. And let's let that be our new way of being. And that doesn't mean that if something comes up, we can't feel that, by all means. Feel it, deal with it, and then just let it go. The fan is not going to let us keep it burning, but that's okay. Because really that doesn't matter. Just staying in the space that you're in is what matters. Alright. So, I want you to stay in that space for as long as you can. Just keep allowing that to be the moment. And if you notice that throughout the day, that judge, the brain, whatever, starts telling stories, starts wanting you to go down rabbit holes, just allow yourself to come back to this moment. Because again, your brain, your body doesn't know. Just allow yourself to be. Be at peace, be in joy, be in contentment, exactly where you're at. And just keep expanding it. And you can even expand it into the rest of your day. So if you have a meeting that's coming up, I always talk about, those time capsule, release capsules. That's kind of what I think of it as. Fill it up. Send it to your drive home. Fill your home with it if you're not there. If you are, just allow it to fill your home up. Allow it to fill the doorways so that as you walk in, you can connect back to this moment, to this feeling. Or if you went to a place, say the beach, maybe the mountains, use that for, if you have a picture that helps you remember that. Use that picture to help you get back to this place. Set an alarm so that every hour, 90 minutes, what have you, even if it's just for a couple of minutes, you can come back to feeling this, to feeling it and filling yourself up with it, right? Because the more that we do that, the quicker it is for us to get there, the easier it is for us to get there. Like our bodies go, oh yeah, that's what we're supposed to be doing. Same thing with the cold feeling. Especially if you practice when you're maybe not so warm because it's 90 degrees out. So when you can get that, and again your body's like, oh yeah, we know what that feels like. Same thing. Or come to Yoga Nidra, usually the first Thursday of every month. Good. Good. All right, my friends. Stay in this for as long as you can. I am going to go find a place that's a little cooler. So thank you for joining us. You know how grateful I am for you. And we will see you next week, if not before. All right. Much love and magic.